I am Josh West of the Metalist Poetry. For those who are familiar with my work, I am a self-harm advocate, and most of my work is mental health related. So I'm a mental health advocate, and most of my work is self-harm and suicide related because I am writing about me. But tonight is not that night. Tonight was time for a change. Tonight I'm just bringing dark hatred and anger. And some may be offended. If so, sorry. Okay, my first piece is called Call Me Out. You dared call me out, throwing words you don't know. Spitting brainless garble. You dared to call me out. In your beard, come stay and show. Suck my cock and gargle. Fire. Hatred flowing through my veins. All good within our veins. Your fate sealed in bloodstains. Anger consuming all from inside. Rage flows like a rising tide. Don't bother trying to hide. Talk your shit. Go ahead. I know what you said. You will be filled with lead. Truth visible in my eyes. Some words from the lies. I will be your demise. Because of you, life is dire. You awoke my demonic fire. I will ignite your funeral pyre. Swine. Unworthy swine trying to control gain through underhanded ways. Ways paved by the cruelest dictatorship bred to ensure blackened days. Days darken even further, inciting violence. Violence to break the minds of the weak. Weak-minded fuck and silence you force me. I dare you to force me to silence. Silence. Fuck you. I will confront. Confront the power hungry with blade and fist. Fists clenched as I release devastating fury. Fury marks you for death, you pathetic runt. Runt of the litter, you should be executed. Executed slowly. Yes, I will take my time. Time is up. I am the face of your death. Death comes for you before midnight's chime. Hate burns in my eyes as I slit your filthy throat. Throat cut, ear to ear, gasping for breath. Breath bubbling through a smile of blood. Blood so unclean that this is a justified death. The haunting hour. In the haunting hour I stalk. In the dark unseen I wait. Studying my victims as they walk. Targets seen as I move feral hate. A blood-red wound guides me forward. Unheard as I creep closer. Soulless eyes stare. To a lonely road you turn, moving onward. You walk on under my murderous glare. While my hordes of bats distract you, I make my move, deadly with no sound. Understanding now sets in, attacked by one of the undead few. My intentions clear as you slam to the ground. Questing teeth now felt as they find their mark. Soon to be quenched as my vampiric thirst. Eyes wide, screaming soundlessly in the dark. Your fury intensifies, heart about to burst. Accepting fate, you give in to the true darkness. How this happens, you will never understand. The suddenness of it all is terrifying in its darkness, awaiting the next victim. In the shadows you stand. The negative one. The negativity sits deep and is alive in your mind. Your hate towards all that despise you always find, using any excuse to stir up shit to suit your own cause. Tying broken truth to lies, hoping they will bind, holding them up to shield your weak flaws. You don't care that your words hurt. You never did. Words sent, smiled behind. Words said, smiled behind the screen you hid, looking to spark worldwide hate for no reason. You are a curse of humanity, boosting hate spirit. Do you really want to trigger a deadly season? Twisting words said to suit your own sick game. Your words fall upon all like poisoned rain. Your virtue is as pathetic as your toilet paper crown. You have proven to be just an insignificant stain. In truth, the pin of a poster for humanity's clown. Spreading unease for your own fucking fun. Your self-righteous clouds blocking the sun. Looking to fight all who would dare to disagree. Because according to you, no good deed is done. All you want is to break the world in a killing spree. May your slow death be caused by your own. Born from the hateful seeds you have sown. The last thing you will see is someone's look of hate. This is the end of all things you have ever known. Condemned to burn by your hate-filled fate. Nightmare. In a home awash with waste, terrified, twitching at every sound, the foul stench, stealing or taste, vile contamination, the source must be found. Moving unseen, something has come, walking around in a staggering gait, the fear deepens, the body going numb, trapped or not, just have to wait. Deafening noise as it screams in rage, eyes wide as it reaches out. Reality sets in, this is no play on the stage. Questing fingers draw closer, erasing all doubt. A promise of violence gleams in its eyes, gnashing, pointed teeth, stained a shade of red. Heartbeats quicken along anguished cries, now on a sticky table, soon to be bled. Vision dims in this dark haze. With unhinged fury, its disguise is shed. Nothing can be seen in this fading haze. Awake, covered in sweat, but safe in bed. Death worm. Your body infected, invaded by a parasite. In your system is filth injected, stealing your will to go on, to fight. Not sure what is going on, creeping closer to your brain, memories fading, soon to be gone, oozing like blood from a lacerated vein, soon to be one of the demented, followed by death and agony. Your final few thoughts tormented, vision dimming, unable to see. Infestation complete, time to die. It is unavoidable, don't try to swerve. Body burst apart, spawn in the sky. This is the age of the death woman. Self-conscious. Called to service by a single ringing chime, stalking the world since birth time. Spreading tendrils of ooze and rotting slime. Your waking fear is a meal most sublime. Watching your mind crumble like dried thyme, festering in your heart like a toxic enzyme, shrouded in an aura of green lime. I am the repercussions of your every crime, the nightmare, the bringer of poisoned rhyme, the hunted one. Sitting here, tired to the core, but unable to sleep out of fear. A few hours of rest, afraid of more. In my darkest dreams lives a creature of law. Every time I close my eyes, it creeps near. Residue of the nightly terror always flows. A being from the world next door to this one. The insanity of it felt as my eyes closed. My mental frailty shown as its power grows, rising in power to block out my weakened sun. In my dreaming eyes sees it draped in shadows black, a figure watching me, slowly starting to stalk, intent on spreading like a virus through fear's attack, unraveling my being as reality's thread goes slack. revealing the future of a body outlined in chalk. Over time, the manifestation of my fear has grown, haunting the deepest sleep and every waking hour. In my dreams, violence approaching death is shown, laying there, broken and bloodied, identity unknown. A chilling scene of mayhem marked by a single dying flower. New fears are spun in these times of nightmares, whispered words that my torment has just begun. One dream to the next, it follows as new panic flares. Like the condemned, I am led down execution stairs. In this realm of dreams, I am the hunted one, the fallen king. I was the chosen one. I rose to become the fallen king. I am the eternal forgotten son. Of my brutality, the world of sin. Now arise, my followers, the damaged saints. Time has come to spread my shadow across this wasteland. You, my lords of chaos, shall destroy all that goodness taints. Unleash your hordes, let them loose across this toxic sand. To rule this fractured planet is my only desire. Spreading to the horizon, my followers stand like living gravestones, awaiting my word to set this world on fire. Set loose, they surge over mangled bodies and shattered bones. I rule all, my gaze falls upon. The damaged saints stand by me, spreading insanity all around. Light has been destroyed. Hope has finally gone. All hail the fallen king, will be the final sound. The bully. You come at me with murderous intent, thinking you're able to beat me. I am death with a heartbeat, to hell you are sent. I don't know what I did to earn your resent. Why couldn't you just let me be careful? You come at me with murderous intent. You were a bully, looking for classroom dissent. So brave, making a small boy cry for all to see. I am death with a heartbeat, to hell you are sent. Is this an issue you made with your weak? Is this an issue you made your weak mind invent? Only one will walk away. On that I agree. You come at me with murderous intent. As the cause of your destruction, I will not relent. The broken bones, the scars, your death is my plea. I am death with a heartbeat, to hell you're sent. Fall to your knees, prepare for your deadly descent. It's because of you that I am on this violent spree. You come at me with murderous intent. I am death with a heartbeat. To hell you are sent. Caught by a mob. Caught by a frenzied crowd. Surrounded and beaten. Screams of anger sound so loud. They don't care that for 3 days I haven't eaten. Rope around my neck, I am dragged somewhere to do their deed. Blows rain down as I lay there gagged. One spark, and the mob follows its lead. Forced to stand up and study the bloodlust as a tire filled with fuel is forced over me. Soon I shall be nothing but ashes and dust. Soon to be tortured and killed for all to see. Over me, more fuel is poured. A hand holds out a lighter. The flame is struck. It touches the tire. The flames rise as cheers soar. This is it. Out of time and out of luck. The smell of burning rubber and flesh. Stomachs churn. My fading screams, a chilling sound. I am now gone, but the fire still burns. All that is left is blackened ground. Insanity's instruction. Last night, my demons came to me, bringing forth visions of destruction, images of demented seduction, dreams of swimming in a bloody sea, ruined bodies mark clear abduction, cravings rising, clawing to be free, to revel in a thoughtless reduction of invading emotional abduction, as was ordered by a broken decree. This is part of a deadly induction, covering all the world in a deadly spree, tracing the scrolls to insanity's seduction. In ancient text, the art of sadistic instruction gives credence to a splintered hanging tree, page upon page of human deconstruction. Cannibal's feast. Upon terror you ruminate. Flashes of fear asphyxiate. Fate following surrealism. Trust. Prepared for disembowelment. Victims of constructed resentment. Torturous sadomasochism. Trapped where death and dream entwine. Died of being fed your own intestine. Forced into cannibalism. Impending doom. Witness my unholy rage. Watch savagery is redefined. The fires of fury burns alive every rage. Stand and tremble as I make your world unwind. This pathetic world, my hatred will cover. Deemed unworthy, all living shall perish. I shall feast on the sorrow of every stricken lover. There will be nothing for anyone to cherish. While religion is slowly dying, the righteous have begun to rot. Asking why, as skin begins to blister, they start crying. But all questions answered by a gunshot. As the sun begins to splinter, I say this to you, my worthless spawn. All you see will be cast into unyielding winter. Upon this frozen graveland, your spirit will be torn. Beg me for salvation, so I can refuse. You and your kindred, I will crush beneath my heel. With this worldwide slaughter, myself I will amuse. Impending doom, my fondest dreams made real. This is my final piece for the night. Devour. Watch in terrified fear where you belong. Watch in terrified fear where you belong, on your knees. The end of all you know, drawing near. Tears stain your face as time seems to freeze. All you've ever loved I shall consume. On your knees you beg, hands reaching out. Slowly feasting, the carnage will resume. Forced to listen, you hear every agonizing shout. Look at you, such a pathetic sight, so weak, only good for my domination. Listen, hear the crunch of your loved ones with every bite. The extinction of your people will grant me elation. I have already begun to cover the world in your heart. My seeds of filth have been spread. The pillars of your life are already crumbling apart. The insanity I create will be fed. My purpose is to destroy all things created. That is a task I carry out without tiring. My goal is part of my wiring. I was created to rip and tear. Nothing can stop me from fulfilling my destiny. A burden too great for the likes of you to bear. I am the destroyer, a sacred entity. Thank you.